What a great day to be an American. I have to admit, it's a little surreal to be back in Washington, D.C. right now. 8 years ago, I was one of the very first staffers to go into the White House for President Trump's first term. And today, because Donald Trump believed in me, defended me, I stand before you as the youngest governor in the country. More importantly, I stand here as someone who absolutely loves this country and is so thankful we finally have a president that is back in the White House that will fight for each one of us. My youngest son, George, is a little tired of hearing me be called the youngest governor in the country. The other day, he asked me, he said, "Mom, you're the youngest governor in the country?" I said, "Yeah, George." He said, "Wow, those other governors must be really old." No offense to my colleagues. Whether you think I'm too young or you think they're too old, Republican governors have been holding the line while we waited on Donald Trump to get back to the White House. And ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. We now have a fighter back at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and I could not be more excited. The reason I'm so excited to see Donald Trump back in the White House is because I know he's a president who absolutely loves America. Not even an assassin's bullet could keep him down and stop him from continuing to fight for each one of us. Over the course of the 2.5 years I had the privilege of serving President Trump, I got to travel with him literally all over the world, seeing firsthand just how much he loves this country. And on one particular trip, it was unlike anything we'd ever done before and probably any of us will ever do again. Some of you have heard this story, but I want to remind you of who Donald Trump is at his core. We boarded Air Force One in complete and total darkness. There were no lights on the plane, no lights on the runway. And 12 hours later, on Christmas night, when we touched down in war-torn western Iraq, again, a similar scene. No lights on the runway, no lights on the plane. No one knew that the President of the United States had traveled around the world on Christmas night until we got there. And the President walked in to a dining hall that was packed with troops, men, women from all over the country. Every demographic you can imagine represented in that room in that moment. And when he stepped in and surprised the men and women of our military, it was a sight and a scene and a sound that I know I will never forget. People chanting in perfect unison, an absolutely unbelievable picture of what makes America incredible. Those men and women cheering, chanting over and over and over again, USA, USA, USA. And there was a young soldier in the back of the room, and he said, "Mr. President, I re-enlisted in the military because of you." And the President said, without missing a beat, "And son, I am here because of you." We finally have a president who will stand up for our country and that will protect and fight for the men and women who wear the uniform and give us the freedom so we easily enjoy. That young soldier came up to me and he tore the patch off of his shoulder and he placed it into my hand and he said, "Sarah, we are in this together." Ladies and gentlemen, That young man and everyone that has served before him, everyone that will serve after him, deserves to know that we have a leader that loves this country and will do everything he can to make it great, and that's exactly what we have in Donald J. Trump. I've had the opportunity to stand behind a microphone and defend and celebrate this president many times. But this may be the very proudest, because I know over the next 4 years, he is going to rebuild our country and make it the best that it has ever been. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our president. Let's get to work. Thank you so much, and God bless you.